rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow. Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right, let's see what you've got. Eat dirt, suckers!
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away.
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath. What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth. Right, let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do. We'll never get it back then.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Huitzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as if the specter of the Turnfire was always lurking in the background. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer, examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yupanki's Turnfire. What an incredible work on ancient name philology. I can't believe it was just lying there for me to take. Let me see, the author is Panche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahulahow will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Well, it makes a pretty shocking prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kinich will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body? When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahulahow demands to know!
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahulahow is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes, oh, your doom will soon follow.
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday. Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts. All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms, to heavenly thrones, to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahul Ahau, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire Night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. But now... well, not exactly. But I thought my research might at least be a starting point.
Oh, really? So what did you find out in your research?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Xbalanque's power.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
Like the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange. It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be there, Ponche. Let's go. Here will do. Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow. If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire Night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago. Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness. In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision to not fight back, and instead pass his blood and power on to the Mountain King. Maybe he thought the Mountain King was stronger than him and more valuable to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered. It took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
What? Then what should we do? Should we grant him his wish?
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home. It's the only practical solution. The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue. Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow.
All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging.
来たか。時間ちょうどだな。
おお、なんだ。我が従者の悪友どもじゃないか。この前の無礼を謝りに来たのか。今度こそ我が輩を拝みたいのだな。ふん、よかろう。我が輩の足に口づけするといい。偉大なる清流クフルアハウを崇めることを許そう。
キニチ、こいつに教育係をつけたんじゃなかったのか？全然その成果が見えないんだけど。
偉大なる清流クフルアハウを教育するだと？そんな資格を持つ者などいない。
パイモンみたいな優しい仲間と出会ったことがないからかもな。
おいら褒められたのか？
ああ、こいつとパイモンを比べてやっとその差が分かった。
キニチってめえ。一滴の唾液で溺れ死ぬような空飛ぶアリンコを偉大なる清流クフルアハウと比べるなんて血迷ったか。お前が死んだらその亡骸をめったんめったんにしてやっからな。そんでお前の名声に泥を塗りまくってやる。
旅人パイモン、そろそろ本題に入ろう。銃域が開いたらこいつも投げ入れてくれていい。
絶対
これはある取引で手に入れた装置だ。基本の役割は獣域ハウンドを引きつける餌だが、アビスのエネルギーを安定させる効果もある。餌に釣られた獣域ハウンドが空間を切り裂いて出てきたら、奴らを片付ける。その後、その空間の裂け目を利用するんだ。じきにわかる。早速試すとしよう。来たぞ。奴らは列車を追わせるのが得意だ。気をつけろ。獲物だ。さあかかったな。
お腹。うわもっと大きいやつがいるのか。
キーニチ殿、どうだ？その装置は俺が言っていたよりも使い勝手がいいだろう。
やっとその姿で現れる気になったか。
取引が終わったならお前との関係も次の段階に移るべきだろう。偉大なるクフルアハウの期待に応え、お前の体を奪いに来たのだよ。物語でよくある展開さ。仲間に裏切られた勇者は絶望の末アビスの前に倒れてしまう。
あれ、炎上じゃんか。
なんだと？どうしてお前らがここに？キーニチ殿、話が違うじゃないか。
旅人、これがお前への報酬だ。アビス教団について調べてるんだろ。お前が知りたい情報をこいつから引き出せるかもしれない。ところでお前らは知り合いなのか？
たったそれだけか。冷たいな。久方ぶりの再会を喜び、いやあ久しぶりと挨拶を交わすものだと思っていたんだが。
何言ってんだよ。小説の読みすぎじゃないか。
なるほど。世の中は常に変化し、何一つ過去に留めることはできないのだな。実に残念だ。では改めて自己紹介しよう。今回俺のことは山下と呼んでくれ。
山下？あ、そういうことか。フニとトバを言いくるめて物語を聞いたおじさんってお前のことだったんだな。
名前とは表層的な代名詞に過ぎない。俺の最たる本質はとうにお前らに明かしたはずだ。
そうそう、のこのことオイラたちの前に現れたのも殴られないと体が凝り固まっちゃうからだろ。
お前のことは気に入っているが、今回はやめておこう。お前は時々手加減というものを知らないからな。
あ、そうだった。この辺で起きたアビスの災いはお前の仕業なんだろ。もしかして山の王の問題にも絡んでないよな。
言ったはずだ。殿下のそばをうろちょろしている奴らと違って、俺がこだわっているのはどうでもいいことだ。俺のようなはぐれ者は過去の歴史から真相を掘り出すこと以外何もやることはない。そうだろ？
俺が調べた限り、こいつは確かに通りかかっただけで、ここ最近の件とは関係ない。それで取引をしたんだ。獣域を召喚する方法を聞く代わりに、しばらくの間歴史の研究をさせてもいいって条件でな。
だが取引は終わった。キーニチ殿が俺を引き渡そうと企んだように、俺もキーニチ殿の体を奪う機会を伺っていたのさ。そうすれば 偉大なるクフルアハウを研究する時間が稼げる。しかしここに来てお前らとばったり会うとは何とも運が悪い。もしや俺が何か悪いことをして開演に代償を求められているのか？何？そんなことまでカウントされるのか？あの日は確か
アハウ、お前アビス教団と手を組んでキーニチを裏切るなんてどこまで腐ってんだよ。
我が輩の世界に裏切りなどという言葉はない。尊き清流クフルアハウは誰の仲間でもないのだ。
心配するな。アハウには餌になるよう俺が頼んだんだ。
結局釣れたのはこの役立たずだけどな。アビス教団だっけか。完全に期待外れだ。従者のキーニチごときに手こずるとは。へっ、何日もこいつの騒音に耐えてきた甲斐がないぜ。
園長、ここ数日のアハウへの教育はあまり効果がなかったみたいだな。
仕方がないだろう。アビス教団はアビス教育団ではないのだからな。
ゴミ教育団にでも改名したらどうだ。キーニチ、こいつはもう使い道がねえ。やっちまえ。
旅人はどう思う？
だからお前は人に好かれるんだろう。ただ俺が事務職だからって見くびりすぎじゃないか。戦いではお前らにかなわないが逃げ足なら誰にも負けない自信がある。俺の逃げる様をしかと脳裏に刻んでおくといい。それと次に会った時はもう少し優しく接してくれ。
ああ、また逃げられたぞ。追いかけなくていいのか？
構わないさ。今はあいつにこだわる必要はない。それにかなりの負債を抱えてるようだ。返済の時間くらいくれてやろう。
そういうならオイラもいいけど。でもキーニチがアビス教団のやつと取引するなんてちょっとびっくりしたぞ。
あいつの言葉を借りるなら名前はあくまでも表層的な代名詞だ。アビス教団であれアビス教育団であれいずれも大雑把な故障に過ぎない。木から落ちたリンゴだって一つずつ味を確かめれば売れ具合が全く違うことに気づく。そして風に吹かれて落ちた果物でも醸造を経れば特別な風味の美酒になりうる。あらゆるものにはそれぞれ使い道があるということだ。
なるほど。確かに炎上のやつまだそこまで売れてなくて極悪ってほどでもなさそうですな。
当たり前だ。極悪って言葉はこの偉大なる清流クフルアハウのためにあるようなもんだからな。
ったくお前は一体何なんだよ。お前みたいなひねくれ者見たことないぞ。
どうせこいつには何もできない。安心していい。ま、そんなところだ。
あのさ、そういった契約には恐ろしい代償がつきものだって聞いたんだけど本当なのか？
アハウがハゲワシみたいに虎視眈々と俺の体を狙ってることか？
ハゲワシとはなんだ。竜の頂点に立つ烈焰の国の至高なる領主だぞ。
まあ今日はもう遅い。この続きはまたの機会にしよう。帰ってゆっくり休んでくれ。正念場は明日の夜だ。何しろお前らは500年前の戦士のために成果を灯し汚れを払うことになるんだからな。
おう、なんか急に緊張してきたぞ。ここまで来たんだ。なんとしてでも山の王の問題を解決しないとだな。
ならもう一度言っておこう。うまくいくな。またな。